Uh, this kind of goes with the onboarding side a bit and a little bit with everything that we've talked about, but a team driven knowledge base. And the idea behind this is if you don't get stuff out of your heads, if you don't get stuff out of your team's heads, then questions get answered. Teams are going to follow the path of least resistance. And the easiest thing to do is go, I don't know what the answer is. I'm going to ask somebody. And as a leader, and as somebody who has the answers, you're going to get those repeat questions over and over and over again. With my last business, when I failed to do this at the right time, I tell this story quite a bit. So I apologize if you've heard it already, but I would wake up at 8 a.m. I would jump into Slack. I would have questions waiting for me. I would start answering questions. Pretty soon I'd be eating lunch at my desk, answering questions in Slack. And then it would be 6 p.m. And I'd look back on my day going, what the hell did I do all day? I didn't get anything done. And all I did was answer questions. And that was the reason that I started developing what's the right way to systemize the knowledge base? How do you create it? And the very first thing I did was the opposite of this bullet, which was I'm going to document everything. It doesn't work. There's so much that can happen in a business, but the reality is that it's so hard to document everything. Things are still changing. New things are happening. New clients are coming in. So don't worry about that. My recommendation, and this is what I've successfully done with this business and my previous business and a number of clients, is build a system that only adds to the knowledge base when a question comes in. That's going to bubble all the needs of documentation to the top. If I have a question, I'm going to ask the knowledge base first, which is exactly what we would call it and still call it, is ask the KB first or ask the knowledge base first instead of asking a human first, because that reduces interruption. And if it's already in the knowledge base, they can get the answer and proceed with their process or their procedure without any issues. If it's not in the knowledge base, then it's their responsibility to find the person who's responsible for this area and has the knowledge, document it, and get it in the knowledge base. And so what that does is whether they have a question, it's either yes or no. Did they find it? Yes or no. And if no, it gets added to the knowledge base. So the next time somebody has a question, it goes through the yes path. They find it, they can execute. And that's just building it a piece at a time, but you're also empowering your team with the ability to know how to write an SOP. Just has to be super simple. Doesn't have to be super complicated. But as those things get into the knowledge base, then answers and the repeat questions start going away. It's a really, really powerful system.